confusion and miscommunication was very frustrating.
19-year-old Canadian citizen Addison King spent the past 5 months working as a nanny in Zanzibar. While overseas, around 40 days ago, she contracted COVID-19, recovering with no issues. On Monday, King flew home to Canada after testing negative before getting on her flight, something most airlines require before boarding. She landed Monday at the Calgary airport.
I downloaded the ArriveCan app and researched on my requirements to come back into Canada. I found out that they had an exemption rule for if you tested positive for COVID in the last 14 to 90 days.
It can be confusing. This Government of Canada website says air travelers are exempt from forced confinement in hotels if they've recently recovered from COVID-19. Since King had the virus 40 days ago, according to federal government's own rule, she thought she qualified.
I had my proof of positive COVID test and I thought everything was going to go smoothly.
It didn't. That's because King had taken a test just before she boarded. In fact, she had to in order to fly. She was negative. But suddenly, that diagnosis threw her into a bureaucratic loophole.
Told me that since I've tested negative since my positive COVID test, that I'm not exempt from the hotel. And I was like, well, that doesn't really make sense because you need a negative COVID test to fly into Canada.
King was told if she left the airport and didn't go to the hotel that there would be consequences. Worried and confused, King complied and was taken to a quarantine hotel.
She told me I could leave, but I risk getting fined up to $750,000, 6 months in jail, and get put on the no-fly list.
King says it was clear that provincial officers, federal border security, and others working at the airport were confused about the rule too.
They've been having lots of problems with this rule because there's no extra information about it. The rule definitely needs to be rethought out so that no one else has to go through that when they land and think that they can go home and they can't.
King stayed in the hotel Monday night and received another negative COVID-19 test Tuesday afternoon. After just one night of staying there, AHS told her she is now free to leave and finish her quarantine from home. King and her Member of Parliament, Mike Lake, are working together now to try and change this rule. From Edmonton, Bailey Nitti, City News.